So before the video starts, let me just quickly explain that this video was made a year ago on a different channel called Third Wind Music, but I figured now that I think that this video kind of makes more sense on this channel, so I think you guys might enjoy it, so yeah, here's the video. Welcome to Third Wind Music, a place where we discuss music. And today we're going to be discussing some childhood show theme songs from Disney and Nickelodeon, and we're just going to be putting these into tiers, and I'm going to give my thoughts on the music itself and what I remember. And I've now re-listened to all of them before this video, and just my thoughts on each one. And let's start. Hannah Montana. um Listening to it today, I had completely forgotten what the theme song sounded like, other than the whole best of both worlds thing. And I think that that's probably the strongest part of the theme song, although the chorus isn't even that catchy or good. It's just that one line that really does it. And this is a Disney one. It's about like 50 seconds long, and I guess it gets the job done. It's got this rock pop thing going, and in the verses you just have basically just drums and vocals, and then the guitar kind of seeps in the chorus. And like I said, I think the lyric is the best part, and it's not really one that has a great replay factor. So this one, I'd put it around, like in between B and C. I'm gonna drop it at C for now. We'll see how it goes as we keep going here. Next, we got Sonny with a Chance. I never really watched this show because I thought it was bad. And the theme song is no better. It's like a really, I guess you can put it as a high D, but it's got the whole rock pop thing going. The same thing as Hannah Montana, another Disney show. The whole vocal drum thing, to a great extent, going on in the verses. It's not as catchy, and it doesn't have that one-liner that Hannah Montana has, and it's just boring. Even though the production is probably better, it's just not good. Moving on, we have Victorious, which is really good actually. I'm gonna say Make It Shine, which is what it's called. Um, I'll talk about it first. I'm gonna put it in A now, but it could be an S. So it's got a cool vocal effect, which I like. I think it's just some really like powerful auto tune, but I think it suits Victoria Justice's voice quite well. I like that there's a build up and a double verse, so it has a chance to kind of build on itself, and they allocate a whole like minute and 20 seconds to this, which in itself makes it better. And then the chorus melody is very good, and let me just go back to the verse as well. The beginning of the verse is the part that hooks you. It's got a really great hook in just having a really kind of earwormy melody in the beginning with really great production, by the way. And then you get to the chorus and it just thins out. I think that could have been done better. The chorus, some kind of, I don't know, swell or something, just something different. Um, but like I was getting to, the melody in the chorus is quite good and catchy. I like that this song goes less or trying to be a theme song and more like trying to be a song. Although the production is kind of all over the place, although I will say it's good. It's got these like different drums throughout all the different parts, and really just kind of disco poppy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's good. And as we go along, it might become an S. I do like this one. I think I'm gonna drop it in S for now, and then probably slide it down if it doesn't make sense later on. Lizzy Mcguire, which is a show that I was too young to watch, I'm sure. I think it came out before I was born. Um, it's really raw. It has a pretty bad vocal. It's too boring even for before mainstream pop. The lyric is weird. And the whole key phrase of "figure it out on the way," that's kind of what I think they did with this one. It's really low budget, and I don't think it's very good. I'm gonna put it in the D category, but I'd still rather listen to it than the Sonny one. Next, we got Sweet Life, which was a show I watched a lot. It was one of the first ones I watched of these. And I didn't remember what the theme song was at all. I listened to it, it's just this like mess. I was like, what? It's a mess, but it is playful, and I guess it kind of suits the kind of crazy nature of the twins. Though it is cheap production and there isn't that heart in it that it needs to have. Um, so where do I put it? It's gonna go in this C tier with Hannah Montana, although I do think the Hannah Montana one is a little bit better. It's got that one liner. Um, Not to put it down because it was creative, but it's not great. Next we got Big Time Rush, which I'm not the biggest fan of this style, but I do have to say it's quite catchy, and the thing that it did best was the whole oh, like that was genius. That alone, like you hear that and you know the show is on, and they didn't really need to do anything else. Everything after that was just just had to save it. But it's got this like crunch guitar thing, catchy chorus, classic boy band vibe, like a downgraded High School Musical is how I'd put it. But the chorus is good. It's okay. I'm gonna put that at about a B. It might deserve an A, but this is my list. Sweet Life on Deck is definitely an improvement on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Why? The production's better. It's more fun. It's more like a jam. It does the whole crazy thing a little bit better. That being said, how much better is it? I'd say it's about tied with Hannah Montana. I kind of want to put Hannah Montana up here because this feels more right. I'm gonna do this for now. Although I will say that this one is quite a bit better than this one, almost making me want to slide it down. Okay, we'll put this up. But yeah, I've said what I. Nah, that doesn't feel right either. Okay, we're gonna leave it like this. But you know what my thoughts are. Zoey 101. Where do you think I'm gonna put it? I think this one's really good. Probably the best one so far. It does the whole Victorious thing where it's trying to be more like a song than a theme song, and again has this line that comes in right before where it goes, "Are you ready?" And then it goes, "Ooh." I mean that part, it's a great hook. It's produced really well for the time. The drums, I love the drums. I was just air drumming to it, and got a perfect chorus, and it leads you straight into the little jam thing that happens before the first lines of the show, and yeah, it does the same thing as the Victorious one, another Nickelodeon one, so I guess that makes sense, but it has a double verse, and the verses build on each other, and then you get into the chorus, and the chorus melody is even better than the Victorious one, I think, in my opinion. That being said, that's another S. Ned's Declassified, another Nick one. But this one is bad. This one just feels unfinished. They took like one verse of some weird song and then they added some crazy zipping and zapping and they called that a theme song. It's bad. Um, they could have made a much better theme song. That's where I'm putting that one. I just don't have much to say there. It's a mess. It's a mess and it's odd. It's incomplete. Um, Drake and Josh, S tier. How good is it? I'd put it right about there. If I'm thinking about it just from a song perspective, it might be better than the Zoey 101. But if you take into account that it's a theme song, I'm gonna put it about there. I think it's really, really good. Um, it sounds like the version they have as the theme song is cut and all that, and it's actually cut to 50 seconds, like kind of how Disney Channel does it, which does make it. I almost want to bump it below Victorious, but the song itself I really like. It's one of the better songs from all of these, and it definitely deserves S tier. What else can I say about it? It just feels homey, and one thing that Nickelodeon does really well, which you see on all the S tier ones, is there's a focus on the lyrics. Um, and how do I explain this? If you can get the people to listen to what the lyrics are, maybe the songs are a little slower than the Disney ones. Uh, then you can kind of create those catchy lines, which make people like the song more. I think that that's what these three have done really, really well. Um, moving on, Good Luck Charlie, which is one that I was caught off guard by how great it was actually. It's lyrics are great. I think that has just like all the parts are super good, like effective. Verse, chorus, pre-chorus. I guess the only pitfall was some production things that I didn't like, but they're a really good one, honestly. I almost want to put it in S tier. I think it is S tier. Um, yeah, it's the best Disney Channel one so far. Um, yeah, we're gonna need some A's soon. iCarly. It's really fun. It suits the show really well. The kind of craziness of it, the bells, the lyrics, many parts, the leave it all to me thing, the brighter side of every situation. Some really good lines there, and it's really good. Um, I put it. I think I put it in S. I'll put it behind and in front of Good Luck Charlie, about there. And I'm gonna adjust the list a little bit. It should look something more like this, I think. Um, that'll divide these probably in the more proper way, the way I'm thinking of it in my brain. Next, we got Salmon Cat with Just Fine, which caught me off guard because it's one of the only ones which doesn't involve the cast members at all in the singing of it, other than maybe like Sweet Life and Ned's. Um, when they have two pretty good singers, so that was a bit odd. But moving on, it's boring, but there's nothing I can really say that's bad about it or like point it out. Um, okay. I can't really fault it, honestly. It just doesn't really sound like a Nickelodeon theme song, but yeah, I'm gonna put it around here. Um, moving on, we got True Jackson VP. This one has a rap, and it's quite messy. Got this kind of like, I don't know how to explain this, like glamorous aspect of it, and then has a rap, and it's kind of mixes it all together, and it tells a bit of a story, so that's nice. But how good is it? I think it's maybe just better than the Salmon Cat one. Yeah, don't have much to say there. That's about how I feel about that one. Wizards of Waverly Place. This one in my mind I remembered is very good, but then I listened to it and it sounded rushed. And in the chorus, you have this like speeding up tempo thing. It could have been done so much better. And one of the things I really like about this one is the whole, the outro bit, that do 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 do. That I like that, and then the melody is quite good, but the production's weird. But it is a more sinister feeling one, which I liked. But those are the negatives. What are some of the positives? It's a bit of a jam, and it's good after all. The musicality of it is quite good. So, and it's a creative take. So it feels a little jazzier. So I'm gonna put it right there next to Big Time Rush. Next and last, we have That's So Raven. Um, it's a little short, and I I like this. It's groovy, but it doesn't really have any hooks. It's not that catchy. It just isn't memorable. It's the only one here that I actually have trouble remembering now. Even though I listened to it like 4 times before this. But yeah, about a C. Again, it's one of those I can't really find things to fault about it. So it's about a C. And do I want to make any adjustments to my list? It's a bit of shock that I put Zoey 101 at the top of the whole list as the best theme song, but I really do think it is, actually. Maybe iCarly should be higher. Maybe this should be up here. And then this should be like that. In terms of theme songs, I think that probably is more appropriate. Maybe even... No, I can't do that. I think this is fair, I think. But now, I'm curious to see how many angry comments I'll get about their favorite theme song being a D or C or B. Um, this is my list. This is how I feel about them. It's what is a bit strange is I feel like it's almost ordered in um my favorites to least favorites, which is not it's not quite ordered that way because I did like Ned's and Sweet Life. Um, but it does feel like my favorites are at the top here. So maybe there is some bias seeping in, but that's just my opinion. But without further ado, that's my list. Let me know in the comments below where I got it wrong, what you guys think of these theme songs, and suggest a video or a different kind of theme song video if you want to see that. Let me know. And otherwise, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I'll see you guys soon.